Hi everyone, this is Nathan Hayes with your fishing report from the Northeast. It's a great time to fish for muskie out on Cave Run Lake right now, as the water temperatures are in the high 60s. Focus on the weed bed edges for feeding muskie. Also focus on the backs of creeks after a light rain. It also is a great time to try out some spots on the Kentucky River for fishing for muskie. Largemouth are also feeding heavy this time of year, and they're trying to put a little weight back on before winter. We were just out sampling last week on Grayson for largemouth, and focus your efforts up in the backs of the creeks. Crappie fishing should start picking up here on Grayson and on Cave Run. Start fishing your stick ups and brush piles with jigs, and try using the live minnows as well. Most of the trout streams have been stocked in the gorge, and it's a great time to enjoy the views and the fishery. Don't forget to check your regulations on the delayed harvest dates for the stream you plan on fishing. I would also recommend not to be in a hurry first thing in the morning, because those fish usually don't get active until the sun is up and starting to warm up the water. Well, that should do it for us here in the Northeast. Be safe out there. Don't forget to tell someone where you're going and when you're going to return.
This is Jeremy Sheffield with the fishing update for Northwest Kentucky. Both Rough and Nolin River Lakes have begun their fall drawdowns. Discharge will be increasing over the next few weeks. Water will be dropping slow at first and then faster as the lake level drops. This can be a very dangerous time of year on the water as hazards, both old and new, begin to emerge. Please wear your life jacket while under power. Try to stick to the main channel when running and keep your eyes peeled for potential hazards. At present, Rough and Nolin are both near summer pool and dropping slowly. Water temperature are in the upper 60s to low 70s. Bass fishing is fair. Try topwater plugs and buzz baits early, and then creature baits, plastic worms, crayfish imitating cranks, and shad imitating cranks on the steeper banks and the shoulders of the main lake points. Crappie fishing is starting to pick up a bit. Hit main lake brush or standing timber in the creeks, 8 to 15 feet deep. It looks like there are quite a few bass and crappie tournaments scheduled for the next 2 months at both reservoirs, so keep that in mind when choosing a ramp to launch from, and also be on the lookout for other boaters on the water. At the state lakes and WMA lakes, bass fishing is good. At Lake Malone, crayfish imitating baits work very well. Also try creature baits and worms and watermelon candy, fire crawl, or black red. Look for fish on these state lakes in and around woody structure or large rocks 3 to 8 feet deep. The bluegill are starting to move back in onto the banks as well, so some small live bait presentations under a float, hair jigs, or inline spinner baits are great choices. Channel catfish are still active and can be caught 2 to 6 feet deep on a variety of baits. Try Carpenter, Mauset, Malone, or Old and New Kingfisher lakes, and also Island, South, Robs, or Jacks lakes on Peabody WMA. The fall transition can be a tough time to catch some fish, but it sounds like things are definitely picking up. Most of our smaller state lakes have mixed and have consistent temperature and dissolved oxygen from top to bottom. Trout stockings are going to be upcoming in October and November, so go ahead and get your gear ready. Good luck and stay safe.
This is Caleb Bentley with the Kentucky Stocking Report. This week across the state, we stocked lake sturgeon and rainbow trout. Lake sturgeon were stocked in the Cumberland River. Rainbow trout were stocked in Cherokee Park Lake, Fisherman's Park Lakes number 3 and number 4, Boulder Pond, Greenbow Lake, Cranks Creek Lake, Kingdom Come State Park Lake, High Splint Lake, Martins Fork Lake Tailwaters, Looney Creek, Waverly Park Lake, Tom Wallace Park Lake, Miles Park Lake Green Heron, and Miles Park Lake Anglers Lake, Cannon Creek Lake, Clear Creek, West Hickman Creek, Jacobson Park Lake, Middleton Mills Park Lakes, the Shelter House, and the Long Pond, Prisoners Lake, Big Bone Creek, Gunpowder Creek, Beulah Lake, Carr Creek Lake Tailwaters, Buckhorn Lake Tailwaters, Panbowl Lake, Paintsville Lake Tailwaters, Dewey Lake Tailwaters, Beaver Creek, the Right Fork, and Yatesville Lake Tailwaters. Good luck fishing and stay safe.